Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Hear this? Hopefully, it's good for you guys. Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Suguwa, and today, yeah, it's a bit chaotic uh, week for me because some assignments and whatnot lives, but it's good for me. It's good, good. It's not too serious. But anyways, since we don't, since I don't have too much time to give you some explanation what I want to say, so let's just watch while I will do some explanation what will happen on the flight. So yeah. So yeah, let's go. We are not going to be that long because it's around T-6 minutes if I remember correctly. So yeah. So let's go with this. Alright. Alright. Now this is better. So
Inside 5.5 minutes until
here we go.
launch. Launch control reporting that the range is clear. The Soyuz rocket ready to begin its journey.
Yeah, so in this mission, we are going to witness a Soyuz MS-27 crewed launch to the ISS, to the International Space Station. So for this one, the rockets that will be launching will be Soyuz-2.1a. So in this case, it is a rocket with, if I remember, we fought another additional upper stage. So it's going to be the first main booster flight, along with the first stage, and also the second, and also will be the second stage that will propel to the International Space Station. And just for your information, all of this rocket is powered by liquid oxygen as the oxidizer and kerosene, or maybe in this case RP-1, rocket propellant 1, basically a very refined kerosene as the fuel for this rocket. So essentially this is a carol rocket, just to show out in the nutshell. And yeah.
Launch.
T-minus 4 minutes and counting.
Alright.
What is the status of the atmosphere?
Nice. And also credit to the Space Affairs for this live too. So yeah, I'm streaming from them, by them. And also sometimes because I don't have additional monitors, I just have my laptop, so it's not going to be very easy for me to just switch in between or what. So yeah, thank you Space Affairs for providing this stream, and also to NASA for streaming this too, and also to the Roscosmos also for the view. And we are going to see the launch is almost
once again.
Okay.
The launch places the
and for these launches,
of the orbit of the space
we
station
can go a little bit here. Here what I've got.
A narrow phase angle for this launch of just
the crew for today would be three crew missions with the Roscosmos astronauts: Sergey Ryzhikov, I hope I pronounce his name right, and Alexey Zubritsky, and also will be one NASA astronaut, Jonny Kim. And according to this mission duration, it will be around 240 days if everything is fine. And this mission will be expedition expedition 72/73, which will be swapped in between. So by the time the Soyuz MS-26 crew got out of the ISS mission, then it will become the official start for the expedition 73. So yeah, that's that. Alright, T-minus 2 minutes in, and it's still good so far. Maybe I can also show the crew if I can. I can also show some things very interesting. It's not going to be that long. Okay. And for the new viewer, hello and welcome. This is a little bit impromptu stream, yeah, because I'm too busy. Yeah. University life and whatnot, but it's fine. I will try. Okay. I'm not going to show too long. I have two images here.
Coming up on the 1 minute mark.
Okay, coming up on 1 minute.
Soyuz about to go on
Okay,
internal
never mind.
power.
So here how the Soyuz MS-25 cargo, not cargo, more like crew
T-minus 1 minute and
spacecraft
counting.
looks like. Here is it, and also another one. This is how the cruise looks like. Pretty good.
About 20 seconds away from the first umbilical
Alright.
retracting from the side of the booster.
Alright, so we don't have too much time. Let's go with the stream directly. Alright, so in T-minus 40 seconds, we... Okay, so around this point, if I remember correctly, the power generation on board of the launch vehicle has already opened up. As you can see, there's retract. Also, all the propellant line has already retract. And all that's left is the first burn start, just a little bit pre-burner start.
Initiated, standing by for engine
okay,
start.
Okay, main engines. Okay, main engine also booster pre-start. 5, 4, 3.
2.
Okay, full power and lift off from the launch pad of the Baikonur Cosmodrome, Site 31/6, with liftoff for the Soyuz MS-27 mission on board on it, which the launch vehicle is the Soyuz-2.1a for the heading to the International Space Station for the expedition 72/70. So let's go. Roll, and your bridge program is complete. Looks like it. And view. Okay, and this is the long range view. As you can see, this is how it looks like.
40 seconds into the flight.
Okay, 40 seconds into the flight. Okay, flight stabilization looks nominal.
Parameters are all reported to be stable.
Stable at 40 seconds. Everything nominal on board.
Alright. Looks like it.
1 minute into the flight, the International Space Station flying directly over the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
Alright, so you can see there's some already
passing through the area
alright. So it's already passing the max Q. As you can see, there is some atmospheric, how do I describe it, like atmospheric water vapor there. That's also one of the indication, you know, it's already past the max Q. Alright, looks pretty good. And afterward, coming up will be, okay, 90 seconds, 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then after this, we will see the booster stage will separate, and from the majestic view, around this view, hopefully, alright, maybe we will able to see something very good, where it should be, okay, ready for the first stage separation, which when separate, it will looks like a core left cross. Okay, looks like it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the core left cross there. Yeah.
The symmetrical departure of the
Alright, so goodbye booster stage. Okay, and now the first main stage rockets looks like it's going pretty good.
First stage separate.
Vehicle parameters all are normal according to the engineers at the blockhouse in Baikonur. 2.5 minutes into the flight.
Nice. 2.5 minutes looks like it.
36 miles in altitude, 75 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
Alright. So for the top frames, I'm very sorry, not much else can be done with that. But fortunately, we still can.
The launch shroud has now been jettisoned as planned.
Okay.
The second stage shutdown will come at the 4-minute 37-second mark.
Alright. 4 minutes 33 seconds into flight. Supposedly, that's what I hear.
Launch occurring on time at 12:47 and 15 seconds a.m. Central Time. 10:47
so
and 15
looking
seconds
pretty good. Okay, and this is the rocket
now
onboard camera, especially the if I remember,
booster.
this is the directly from the spacecraft itself, from the Soyuz
as planned.
Soyuz crude spacecraft view. You can see the first stage looks like still ignited pretty good.
The crew is feeling good.
Okay, so the crew is
Good control of the vehicle.
Good so far. And if I remember, the flight would all of these launch sequence will still remain on until around T plus should be before T plus 10 minutes, and then after that they will all of the crew will do a lot of checklists out, especially just to confirm their spacecraft, what they are using is pretty good and should not produce too much problem. So that's what they are going to do next.
Shutdown.
The crew is feeling good.
Alright, so the crew is
Ryzhikov reports
I mean, you can see the telemetry drop out. Just like my internet have a little bit drop frames from my calculation so far. It's from here 1,855 drop frames so far.
We're standing by for second stage
from mine
shutdown
at
and
least.
separation.
That's how you know. Internet have some a little bit uncooperative situation, but fortunately we still can stream, and you still can hear my sound from my feedback. So all is good. All is still good. Okay.
Second stage.
All right.
Separation.
Second stage.
Confirmed.
All right. Looks like the
Everything
main stage, first stage has already separated, and then the second stage, or they will also refer this as the third stage.
The third stage lower skirt that was
now finally
as planned.
Oh, okay. The
Soyuz now flying on
the
power of its
looks like the interstage skirt has already finally been tore off. If you can see from the rocket itself, did you notice that in between this the first and also second stage, you see those orange color? Yeah, that one is actually the interstage skirt. So they separate it because it's no longer influenced by the atmospheric aerodynamic stuff. So they decided to just separate it to keep the launch vehicle lightweight and whatnot. And as you can see from the top left, you can see there is also a telemetry where the launch is heading right now, and looking at it at the telemetry, it looks pretty good. Also including the camera on board, also pretty good.
Of powered flight remaining.
Okay, not going to be that long after that. Okay.
This third stage engine provides 67,000 pounds of thrust.
All right.
It's 4 minutes of operation to place the Soyuz spacecraft into its preliminary orbit.
Vehicle is
coming up on the 7-minute mark in the flight. Mark 7 minutes.
All right, 7 minutes
All
into the
vehicle
flight.
parameters continue to operate as planned.
Yeah, it's already continued as planned. Pretty nice. All right. I mean, let's just say at least for today, this is my first time actually stream Soyuz rocket launches, at least in my streaming history. Although, if you might stumble me on other live streams, that's not my first time viewing it. But for the streaming, yes, first time ever I do this. I mean, I do miss talking to people on the live chat, but hey, at least I can speak out here, just geeking out whatever I want here. Okay, and you can see, looks like, have you noticed on the there's looking like a spike in the graph for the sub telemetry graph? That one is actually the acceleration there. Acceleration telemetry, which actually indicates how many G's there, how many acceleration the launch vehicle has already exerted, especially if I remember how many velocity they've able to reach. As long as it's already around
Smooth ride uphill so far for Kim, Ryzhikov, and
7.567
Zubritsky.
kilometers per second, it should be good.
And Favore, you may expect.
Okay.
Standing by for third stage shutdown and
Okay.
spacecraft separation.
Stand by for the third stage shutdown, and at that time, the engine will actually start slow down because it wants to prepare to shut down and also to maximize
we have third stage shutdown.
the propellant flow, right? Of course, so it can generate a little bit even the thrust, still better than nothing, and also for precision reason, especially if it's going to ISS, it needs to be very precise. Where it must go, it
shutdown,
must.
Spacecraft separation confirmed.
All right, spacecraft separation confirmed. So third stage has already been fully ditched out and will be entered back to Earth at some point. Probably could be a few days or
and we have
a week.
confirmation of solar array deployment.
All right, solar array has already deployed as
Jonny Kim,
as
Sergey,
planned.
Ryzhikov, Alexey,
As you can see
Zubritsky on
here.
their way to the International Space Station.
All right, and now they are heading to the ISS. And around this point, they are now currently doing a lot of checklists to check out whether or not every system works. Maybe, let's say, for example, the RCS, maybe even ACS, maybe they will check also in terms of air conditioning system inside the spacecraft. Maybe to check even themselves, checking their own comfort. You know, because this is very important. You cannot be very hot inside the spacecraft because otherwise it's not very so to speak there. Yeah.
Favore, you may start working for page 36.
All right. Looks like it. So we are going to be a little bit live here until at some point. We'll see where. And if I remember, the docking for this mission, it will be around.
After a flawless countdown,
it's going to be around 3 to 4 hours after this one. Yeah, I remember. It's around
Sergey, Ryzhikov, and Alexey,
less than 4 hours from now. But around that time, I cannot go and live stream there because obviously it's clashing with my class, you know.
Unfurling of the navigational antennas.
So unfortunately, it's not something I can go stream around that time. But at least I do stream live here right now. As you can see, you have already witnessed the launch is successful, and less than 4 hours from now, it's going to be they are going to attempt to dock to the International Space Station. So that's that. All right.
Please go to input 2 panel.
Alright, so this is how the panels look like.
Which is the same view as the crew is seeing on board the descent module, showing the display panel.
Alright, the descent module apparently.
Kim and Zubritsky are looking at.
Oh man.
You see in the box on the left-hand side, this is basically the same overlaid video that you'll be seeing in more granular detail.
And we're still using some of this technology,
our rendezvous and docking coverage.
At least for the space flight. Especially for the Soyuz, you can see.
Transition complete.
Okay. Transmission and complete. As you can see, they are currently still a little bit testing. They're currently testing a little bit what they need to do. As you can see, those from the descent module. Let's just say like a real-time TV broadcast to the mission control. You can see it's pretty interesting.
Ready?
It's like that goodness 70s. Let's just say around 80s, 90s, early 2000s analog stuff there. Goodness.
Next up will be the first in a series of delta velocity burns.
All right.
That is scheduled about 21 minutes from now. This will be a burn of about 24 meters per second to begin to increase the Soyuz's altitude to match that of the International Space Station. At about 1:42 a.m. Central Time, we will move into what are called automated rendezvous operations. The Soyuz will be guided
All right.
through a series of pre-programmed commands until it reaches the neighborhood of the International Space Station, at which point the Corps' automated rendezvous system will guide the Soyuz in for a fly-around of the station that will precisely align the forward docking probe with the Prishal module on the Earth-facing side of the station.
Right.
Once the fly-around is complete, the Soyuz will stop its motion, put the brakes on, if you will, for a few moments to allow the Russian flight controllers there in Korolyov to measure the alignment of the Soyuz with Prishal before the command will be given for final approach that will result in the docking of Soyuz to Prishal at about 4:04 a.m. Central Time, a little over 3 hours from now.
All right. So in case you have already heard, the delta velocity burn number burn. Basically, it's let's just say it's a little bit straightforward. What it does is that it will add some. Let's just say like maybe a few hundreds of meters per second just to align with the ISS, because you need to remember, if I remember, ISS
So to recap,
is around
after a flawless countdown,
around
the Soyuz
200 plus or
MS-27
300
Soyuz
kilometers
2.1a booster lifted off
altitude
on time
from the Earth,
at
so they need to
12:47 and 15
align with the
seconds a.m.
ISS,
Central
and
Time,
also
1:47 and
after
15
quite
seconds a.m. Eastern
sometimes
Time.
maybe tens of minutes of later it will be the spacecraft will be will finally go into the automated
Soyuz
docking
having
sequence where basically crew will
successfully
not do
placed into
anything.
its
They will
preliminary
just
orbit,
head to the ISS,
the crew
wait
will
for a
begin a
little bit
series of vehicle
for the
checkouts
clearance,
before
the imaginary
pre-programmed firing of
safety
the
sphere,
Soyuz
and then
engine
we'll just
will
move on,
bring the
and then
Soyuz
another
to
one,
its
move on
docking to
until
the
it
station
finally
a
reaches
little over 3 hours
to
from
the
now.
to
We
the
will be back on the air with our
to
rendezvous and
the
docking
docking
coverage at 3:15
station
a.m.
there.
Central Time,
As you
4:15
can see,
a.m. Eastern Time.
this is
Docking
what NASA
scheduled at
actually put out.
approximately
So if
4:04
you're
a.m.
very
Central,
interested, you can continue watching
5:04 a.m.
from
Eastern
NASA,
Time
or maybe you can watch
to
from Space
bring
Affairs.
Kim,
Subscribe
Ryzhikov, and Zubritsky to their new
to the
home
channel, and
in
subscribe also
space.
to my channel to
We'll take a
Jonny
break after
Suguwa.
docking,
Yeah,
and then we'll
I
be
tried
back
my
on the
best
air
here.
later this morning with our third broadcast in the overnight hours of hatch
All
opening.
right, and
That will
also
begin at
there's also
6
going to
a.m.
be a
Central
hatch
Time, 6 a.m.
opening
Central Time,
sequence too.
for a hatch opening at
And for
approximately
the
6:20
hatch
a.m.
opening, you
Eastern
do
Time.
notice there is some
So we'll
time
see you
gap, right?
back for
Because
those
you need to
broadcasts as
remember
we move along through the
Soyuz
course of the night.
pressurization
Once
system,
again,
and
a
also
perfect ride to orbit for
the
Jonny Kim of
ISS, and
NASA and
even
Roscosmos cosmonauts Sergey,
every
Ryzhikov, and Alexey Zubritsky. They are
every
on their
how do I
way
say crew
on a two-orbit
spacecraft
rendezvous to
pressurization
reach the
system
International
in terms
Space
of
Station.
how do I say
We'll see you back here a little
those
over
level.
2 hours from now
It's
at
not the same,
3:15
so they
a.m.
need
Central Time with
to
rendezvous and
they
docking
how do I say
coverage.
they need to
For now, this is Mission
properly
Control Houston.
repressurize it back. Yeah, and obviously they are going to do something like that. And yeah, and oh, and yeah, if you can hear a little bit on the outro, yeah, that's also one of the outro songs by the Space Affairs, of course. So thank you to them for doing a little bit heavy job for me to do that. And the rest, what I can do is I can give you a bit knowledge about it. And for the hatch opening, the reason why it takes a little bit of time is that because it wants to pressurize properly to an equal of one atmospheric pressure. So I mean, obviously, because it's going to be high, low, and what's on, but mostly it's going to be high between. So they need to pressurize it properly according to the Earth atmospheric pressure, of course. So that's basically in the nutshell what I can give you information all here and all about. So and I guess that's it. I can finally go and end this stream. Yeah, I mean, I do really want to stream more, but that's that. So That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. Bye bye. I mean, here. Take care, and bye bye. This is Daniel Suguwa signing out. Yeah. It should be my trademark next. Okay, so I guess that's it. I will properly end this stream. So let's go with this one in T minus T minus whatever. Just too much influence from the space flight. Okay. Let's go with finally we'll go with this one. Okay. We see ya, and I'm going to bid you guys goodbye in 3, 2, 1. That's all. Bye bye everyone. Take care.